Hey guys, Callie Fab here, and today I am starting a brand new project pan. It was actually supposed to start on December 23rd, but I've had a crazy hectic holiday season with working and traveling, and it's just been a lot. So today is when I'm starting it, whenever day I end up posting this, because who knows when I'll be able to actually edit this. But nonetheless, we are starting the That's Expensive project pan with quite a few different people actually on Instagram, and I think a couple here on YouTube. I know Pretty as a Peacock is definitely doing it, and Misty Pans, who actually started it, over on Instagram. So make sure to check them out. Also, I believe the hashtag is hashtag That's Expensive project pan, but I will correct myself down in the bottom, and I will leave everybody linked below that I can, so that you guys can go check out everybody involved in this project. So basically, we're picking 5 to 10 items of our most expensive items, things that cost the most, maybe not necessarily that we paid the most for, because I know I did not pay full price for any of these items. They were either BoxyCharm or on sale or 20% off or whatever. So I definitely did not pay full price for any of these, but when I talk about them, I will put their price here on the screen. I think it's over here on the screen for you guys to be able to see the full price value. Also, I will put the starting weight in grams. Most of them I should be able to put on my gram counter or my gram scale so that you guys can see where they're starting. So for my personal goal for all of these items, I want to use them all a minimum of 100 times within the next year. So that means I need to actually do my makeup 100 times within the next year, because quite a few number of these items are makeup items. So we'll see how that goes. That also means that they are going to be going in my Project 100 uses, where I tally off everything that I use, and then once I get to 100 uses on that, I roll them out and put a new thing in. So these items will all be going in there just to be kind of curious to see how much I actually use. So I thought that would be kind of fun. And not only that, but because they are my most expensive items, I tend to hoard them and not want to use them, which means they're probably starting to go bad, and that really stresses me out. So I don't want to let that happen. So I do have mostly makeup, and I think I have just 2 skincare, and then I left myself a little bit of playing room. I think like 1 or 2 items that I can still add into this project later if I feel the need or want to do so. Now, if I hit 100 uses on any of these items and I want to roll out that item and roll in a new one, I can definitely do that as well. So in advance, I'm so sorry if you guys can hear the movie that is playing over there, because the boys are watching Star Wars out in the living room and it's loud. So that's just what we're working with today. I'm so sorry if you can hear that in the background. I know I definitely can, but we'll see. Also, my husband's on the treadmill, so that's also loud. Here we go. Anyways, my first item that I chose, this is the most expensive foundation that I own, that I could find in my collection. There was quite a few that were very, very close in price to this one, but this was definitely the highest price foundation in my collection. And since I'm almost done with that Neutrogena one, I figured it was about time to add in a new one. And considering this is one of the lighter foundations in my collection, now is the time to use it in the winter. So that is why I'm rolling this in. This is the Etherialist Skin Illuminating Foundation from Kevyn Acoin. So here is where we are starting. It is completely full. I think I've only pumped it just the tiniest little bit to check the color, and the color looks like it's going to be quite good for me. It is definitely going to be light, so I will have to bronze up my skin just a little bit when I wear it. In the summertime, I may even have to mix it because it is so light. But that's okay, we can work with this. This is also an airless pump, so it should be pumping upward. So I don't know that I'm gonna mark this item, just because it is such a pretty package and it's such a pretty foundation that I kind of don't want to ruin it. But that's kind of where we're starting at right now. Literally, I have never used this. This is also in the shade Light 02, and this claims to have 0.95 fluid ounces. Typically, a foundation would have 1 ounce. So the fact that it has less than an ounce means it's even more expensive because it doesn't have as much product. I'm just saying. So this is number one. I want to use this at least 100 times within the next year. Then I'm going to move on to the item that I'm most excited about just because I can't wait to use this because I love it. This is from YSL. It does come in this little like soft velvet packaging, which I will be keeping it in just because I'm extra. This is a highlighter from YSL. I got this in 2018, I believe, at the Sephora VIB sale in the fall time. So really for me, it's not that old in my collection, but it's something that I only use on very special occasions, aka my anniversary every year is when I use this. And that's a silly reason to only use this once a year. I mean, I've literally used this twice. My anniversary in 2019 and my anniversary this year. So definitely need to whip this out more often. This is the Touche Eclat Lumiere Divine Illuminating or Highlighting Finishing Powder. So it's technically like a finishing powder, but it is that like soft matte. It's like that, what is that one from Laura Mercier? It's very, very similar. I'm trying to get a good picture here with the like embossing. Is that what it is on there? Embossing. And I don't know, you guys, this is the most gorgeous highlighter ever. It's like that radiant matte highlight. Like it's not matte, but it's radiant without being shimmery. Do you guys see that? It is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know how they formulated this, but whoever the genius is that did this, it's just like, it is gorgeous. So I cannot wait to use this. Once again, I want to use this 100 times. This is probably not going to show very much use. I'm not going to try to go in any specific spot to hit pan or anything like that on this. I'm just going to use it naturally as it comes, and I definitely will be able to enjoy this. I'm sad to use it because I don't want it to be gone. I don't even know if they sell this anymore. I'll have to look it up, but I absolutely love this highlighter. Okay, up next on the list is also in the makeup category, and this is my most expensive. I mean, I guess it's more of like a primer than anything else, but a lot of people say that they use it for like a moisturizing primer. I am going to use this personally as a primer for myself, and this is from Illamasqua. It is the Hydra Veil, and it does say it's like a rehydrating gel, but based on a lot of the reviews I've heard, it's more of like a primer for makeup than it is like a standalone like hydrator. So that's how I'm going to be using it. I'm finally going to take it out of the box. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet, which tells you that I really didn't want to use it because it was so expensive. But this is 1 fluid ounce, and I believe I got this past year in 2019. It does come with a little scoop, so it is a very jelly, like it's like literally jello in there type formula. I have like touched it and played with it before, and it's like, I don't know, it's very interesting. So I am excited to test this out. I definitely think this is one of the few products that I have in my stash for this project that I can actually finish. So I think that's going to be more of the plan for this one, is to finish this completely. Yes, I do want to get the 100 uses, but if I finish it before then, that's fine. And if I get the 100 uses and I still want to finish it, then that'll be great too. So that's going to be kind of my plan for this, is that I do want to actually finish it out. And I'm finally going to throw away the box. I like keeping expensive stuff in their original home, so yes, but I did get this from BoxyCharm, I believe, so yeah, I'm really excited to use this one. Okay, the next thing I have is the most expensive bronzer in my collection. This one I bought on sale and for 20% off, so I got an amazing deal on it, like less than half price. But if you purchase this for full price, it is way more expensive. This one is the Marc Jacobs bronzer, and it's like the coconut infused bronzer, and it is in the shade 104 Tan-Tastic. It is the Omega bronze. And this one I think is still actually on sale right now. I've used it like 3 times. How terrible is that? It is gorgeous. The color is just perfect. It's absolutely beautiful on the skin. I really do think that this specific shade works really, really well with tons of different skin tones because of the shade. Excuse my cut that I have on my hand, but that is the shade there. It's not too orangey, but it's not too like red undertone either. It's like the perfect neutral bronzer, which I definitely need in my life. And I think it'll be light enough where I can wear it in the winter time, and then I can really deepen the face too in the summertime with this. So I think this will be a very, very good goal for me to get 100 uses on. I wonder if I can even hit pan, because the brush that I use is a very big fluffy brush, so it really doesn't pick up too much product and it kind of picks up everywhere. So we'll see if I can actually hit pan with the 100 uses, but yes, this is the next item. Okay, going on to skincare. This is another thing that I got from BoxyCharm, and I've been hoarding this because I think it's like, I think this retails for like over $100, which is ridiculous. But this is the one, is it 111 or 111? I can't remember. I know that somebody looked it up at one point how to pronounce it or how to say it. I don't really remember. I want to say personally 111 would be the way I would say it, but I am almost 100% sure that it's 111 skin. I think. I don't know. Correct me. Tell me what I'm supposed to say down below because I cannot remember what it is. But this is the Cryo Activating Hydra Gel. So the same type of product of the Illamasqua, only I've heard that this one is way more of a nighttime moisturizer as opposed to the Illamasqua, which is more of a primer or like a makeup base. So this one I'm going to be using as my nighttime moisturizer, considering that I am almost, and I mean like maybe another week's worth of use on the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. It is almost gone. So this will be a perfect transition for this one. And I think this one will play nicely with my, what is it called? My retinol, yeah. I think this one will play nicely with my retinol serum and moisturizer that I have going right now. So we'll see how that goes, but I definitely think that this could be a win. It is completely full. I just looked at it to make sure it hadn't gone off, and it looks good still, so I definitely want to use it before it does go bad. So the next item I have is also another thing either from Ipsy or BoxyCharm, but I'm almost 100% sure this is from BoxyCharm. This is from Iconic London. It is the Illuminator, and this one is in the shade Original, and I know that Chic Geek or Geek Chic I think, she finished one of these and she absolutely loved it, and it retails for like 40 something dollars or $40, which is ridiculous for a highlighter. But she loved putting it underneath her makeup or mixing it in with her foundations. So I think that that's what I'm going to end up doing because it is quite dark for me to use as a liquid illuminator. It's right there. I mean, it's like shiny as all get out. You guys can kind of see the undertone of that there, that it is really dark and bronzy. So what I'm thinking is that as I start to get a little bit more color, I'll be able to use it under my makeup for a glow. And then as the summer kind of works along a little bit, maybe I'll be able to mix it into that lighter foundation. I don't know, I'm gonna try to make it work. She absolutely loved it and literally was able to wear it year round. So, I mean, I don't know, when I blend it in, sorry, I'm just gonna blend it right over top of that. But when I blend it in, it really blends in nicely with the skin. It does have a slight darker tone though, so that's the only thing I'm worried about this one. I know I won't be able to use a lot of it, but I don't know, I could make a pretty good dent in this in something that costs a lot of money. Okay, my final skincare item that I picked out is a mask, and I cannot wait to force myself to use this mask because I have been hoarding it for way too long. This is the Farmacy Honey Potion Renewing Antioxidant Hydration Mask. I did have a little sample of this that I used and I absolutely loved it. So then I went out and purchased this and then I didn't use it at all because I was afraid to use it up because it is so expensive. Oh my gosh, it smells so delicious. It's literally brand spanking new. I know that I have a lot of facial sheet masks that I really do need to use up, but I think I'm gonna start masking with this on my non-shower nights and then doing the facial sheet masks on my shower nights. So I think that'll be a good win-win situation for me so I can get use out of everything in my collection as opposed to really putting things like this aside for the one single use items and not, you know, kind of neglecting something like this. So I'm excited to put this in the project to get it used. I do have a backup that I got in a final BoxyCharm before I canceled. I got one more of these, so I don't feel as bad if I finish this, but I'm definitely going to want to get 100 uses out of this for sure. And I probably do need/want to finish this within this coming year. Okay, I have 2 more items picked out, but I am giving myself a little leeway to switch out items if I find that they're not working for me or to add in an item or whatever. So I'm kind of giving myself that freedom to do that so I don't stress about having to use these items 100 times if they're just not working for me. So I have a face palette. I knew I wanted to put a face palette in here, I just wasn't sure which one. And this one is a mostly blush with a highlighter palette. So this is the Narcissist Wanted 1 palette. This one I actually got from TJ Maxx or Marshall's. So I got it at an amazing price. I think like $16, I wanna say. And this is what the palette looks like. I have not actually used this on my face yet. That tells you how much of a hoarder I am, but this shade right here does seem to be more of a highlight shade, which is perfectly fine. I think it is, I don't really know how to read this, but I think it's the shade Unlimited, but it's definitely not a blush shade in my opinion. Some people might say it's a blush topper, but there's no way I'm ever gonna use that as a blush topper. So considering the fact that I have a liquid highlight and a powder highlight in this project already, I'm gonna probably steer clear from this highlight because I have those, but I'm definitely going to go for all 4 of these blushes. This is one of like 2, maybe 3 purpley blushes that I have in my collection. And I've actually been loving these like purpley poppy toned blushes. Like, look how pretty that is. You can barely see it when I rub it in, but just like in person, it's just so pretty. I love that kind of blush. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Same thing, I want to get 100 uses. That means I can use any of these 6 items. So we'll see. They are quite powdery, so I may or may not be able to hit pan if I kind of stick to one. But I really do want to get a good feel for this entire palette, so I do want to use every single one of them at least once, including that highlight. But I'm going to kind of steer clear from that highlight because I want to use the other one. We'll see how it goes. Okay, and for the 9th item I picked out, that gives me leeway of 1 item, and that gives me the opportunity to roll things out or declutter things or whatever as I go. But the most expensive bullet lipstick I have in my collection is easily this Charlotte Tilbury one, and this one is in the shade Pillow Talk. They're like original OG formula and OG shade. So I have used this one a couple of times. I'm not in love with this formula. However, this color is absolutely amazing. This formula is quite drying on the skin or on the lips, which I don't absolutely love, but I don't know. I think that I can definitely work with this if I hydrate my lips quite a bit before I start or before I put it on. I don't know, you guys. I don't know how I feel about this, and I've been wanting to get a couple other shades, but I really want to decide if this is a formula that I'm willing to work with or not. I don't know, you guys. I always compare everything to this formula, and this is the Tarte Color Splash lipsticks, and this formula is amazing. So that's why I have a hard time purchasing something like this, which is twice the price, maybe even a little bit more than this, because I love this one so much. And all of the shades in this one are all neutral shades, which is amazing. So, you know, that's why I have a hard time with these super, super expensive ones, because if it's not the perfect formula for me, why am I going to spend the extra money on it? So anyways, same with this one. I want to use this 100 times. All of these will be going in my project 100 uses for the weight and the number of times. So you guys will see a big jump in the amount of items that I have in that project, which I'm totally okay with, because a few of them are going to be rolling out hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I have plans. So anyways, yes, this is Pillow Talk, and this is my last item. So make sure you go and follow the hashtag on Instagram. I know a ton of people are going to be doing this on Instagram. However, a couple of us are going to be doing it here on YouTube. So I figured I would film mine on YouTube just because it's kind of fun to talk about your most expensive items and why you aren't using them and why they're still in your collection collecting dust. Like, it makes me a little sad that I'm doing that right now, but we're gonna get through it, we're gonna make it work, and we're gonna use our most expensive items. So my plan is, once I use one for the 100 uses, I wanna roll that one out and bring in something else that's also very expensive in my collection. Maybe not necessarily in the same category. Like if I roll out that highlighter, maybe I'll roll in a blush instead, or maybe I'll roll in a, I don't know, a face wash or something like that. You know what I mean? Something else that's also very expensive. So I'm really excited to get using these, and I'm gonna actually start using them tomorrow. I think I'm gonna wait on the foundation though, because I am almost done with the other one, so I really want to get that one done first. But we are here, and yes. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.